So this parcel arrived and I wasn't quite sure what it was. There's no telltale address or other information on the outside, so it's a case of unboxing it to find out what's inside. I have a pretty good idea what it could be. I'll open up here to find out. So inside we have Game Boy, the unofficial DMG Companion. So it's actually something different to what I thought it was. And I just dropped something on the floor there, which was a little extra Kickstarter perk I couldn't turn down, which is a little metal Game Boy badge. Absolutely cool. Really love it. So let's get inside the bubble wrap and have a look. It means the parcel I thought it was will have to arrive shortly. And there's another little extra inside there. So it's from Ninty Media, Gamebook, the unofficial DMG Companion. Classic Game Boy style silver cover on the back. And as you can see here, we've got another little extra here in the back of the cellophane. So we'll take this out and have a look at the gorgeous little patch there, Game Boy 99, and then these art prints. So we've got the blue and silver schematics, Super Mario Land, Pokemon, Link's Awakening, Tetris, Mario Land, and Donkey Kong. So that is all incredibly cool. And this is limited edition number 8, so there's only 92 available. About this book. The Game Boy. After witnessing business folk messing around with calculators on a train, Gunboy Yokoi's brainwave was to make a portable device created using cheap components. This process ultimately evolved into the Nintendo Game Boy. Well, evolved into the Game & Watch first, but then the Game Boy. A gaming system with its own power source and a green monochrome screen beset with a chunky design. What many considered an unwieldy grey brick managed to utterly dominate and decimate the competition over the best part of a decade. Fresh from writing about Amiibo in 2021, Paul Murphy felt the need to write about his love for the Game Boy and revisited many games from the vast repertoire available. What you get here is pure, unadulterated love for the original king of handhelds. With retrospectives from some amazing freelancers and a huge number of bespoke illustrations by some incredible artists, more than 40 talented people have contributed to this 280-page nostalgic love letter. Whether you loved the Game Boy back in the day or are recently experiencing it for the first time, this book is the perfect complement for the old DMG 01 and is packed full of nostalgic memories. So I didn't say, in association with Ninty Media. I do love this stencil style cover with the console itself and some of the famous cartridges there. So I'll put the OV strip out of the way safely and look at the book itself. So inside we have To Andrew, I hope you enjoy the book. I'll check you out on YouTube. And we've got some more stuff. So we've got a little limited edition sticker. We've got a very cool embossed bookmark and a more standard bookmark there with some classic cartridges. Gamebook Color coming to Kickstarter 2023. Thank you for purchasing. And yes, we'll be sharing this on social media. So there's signature Paul there. So book concept and lead writer Paul Murphy, book editor Ben Bulbeck, artwork and design Jonathan Camero, additional proofing. Lots of contributors there, one or two new names familiar to me. edition photography, special thanks. Saying Ninty Media, so the introduction, some very cool artwork, schematic again there, and then the list of the contents. Forward by Steve Jarrett. Age to Grey, the Wonder Boy, and the Virtual Boy there, the Ultra Hand, one of the early things. There's the Game Watching Jump UK's later Wonder Swan, introduction to the Game Boy, some great photography there. And what's inside the Game Boy? Some of the Stranger add-ons. Let's get physical, talking about the cartridges themselves. And an interesting one, how to spot a fake cartridge. Some cover art there. Green of Envy, talking about the Game Gear and the links. Super Mario World. Loud and Proud. Some of the different colours available. Pocket the difference. Looking at the Game Boy Pocket. Love Shine a Light, Game Boy Light with a backlit screen. On the big screen, so the Super Game Boy, letting you play the cartridges on the Super Nintendo to the television screen, and it added borders and extra colour palettes. Snap of the future, looking at the Game Boy camera and printer. The Ultimate Game Boy, talking about the analog pocket, which directly supports the cartridges. Sound of Mind, my good friend Aaron Potter there, talking about Game Boy music. All Work and No Play, the story of the Work Boy. Tireless work by Liam Robson to discover more about that. Game Boy Homebrew Scene, words and images by Nick Westwood. Some fascinating games around. I played Power, Dragonborn, it's really good. Cosmos 22. Timeline, telling the story of the Game Boy in all its forms. That Tetris Effect. Helpful Tetris tips. Breaking with Cannon. Talking about Super Mario Land. How it did things differently. Explore in your own time, looking at Metroid 2. The Land of Dreams, talking about Kirby. Kirby spin-offs. Do you like Kirby Pinball Land, the Golden Sequel? Mario Land 2. Link's Philosophical Awakening, Zelda and Existentialism. So I do love Awakening. The DX version is brilliant, and of course it got the recent remake on Switch. Strange Reflection, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening became. So talking again more about the influences and ideas in that game. Link's Awakening trading sequence. Change is constant. Looking at Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy, which adds a lot to the original game. Primate Candidate, again we're talking Donkey Kong games. Putting a human face to the enemy, introducing Wario. Something Like a Phenomenon. Of course we can't mention the Game Boy without talking Pokemon, so I choose you. Catch of the Day. I'm loving the presentation of the book, making great use of the artwork. Lovely style. It was all yellow. Talking about Pikachu. And then we get onto some reviews. So we've got Alleyway, Avenging Spirit, Balloon Kid, Batman Return of the Joker, Bill and Ted's Excellent Game Boy Adventure, Bionic Commando, another one worth checking out, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Cat Trap, also known as Pitman, and if you want to play a similar game, check out Millie and Molly. Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Land, Dr. Mario, good fun, DuckTales, F1 Race, Faceball 2000, first person shooter, yes that's true, Game & Watch Gallery, reworking old Game & Watch games, the Game Boy Camera, which has some interesting little extras added in, Dark Horse Quest, Golf, Kid Dracula, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby's Pinball Land, I do love that game, it's great fun, Mario's Picross, played a lot of the Picross games, Mega Man 5, Metroid 2 again here, Mole Mania, Mystic Quest, Parodius, Pinball Revenge of the Gator, I love that game, so glad it's in there. Radar Mission, Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Special Edition, Special Pikachu Edition, the yellow, Probotector 2, R-Type, Snow Brothers Jr., Soccer, Solar Strikers, shoot 'em up there, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, Super RC Pro Am from Rare of course, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan, Tennis, one of the many sports games Mario featured in, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Tetris of course, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Wario Blast, Wario Land Super Mario Land 3, and Wario Land 2, and limited edition backers, so I should be in here somewhere, trying to remember. Trying to track yourself down is quite tricky. Yes, Andrew Fisher, here we are. Game Boy game, Revenge of the Gator, and a list of the deluxe backers. And the contributors, I love that, done with the Game Boy camera style photos, and the epilogue by Teresa Ridgway. So there we have it. Absolutely gorgeous looking book, packed with some brilliant articles about the original Game Boy. So as it says, look out for Gamebook Color coming in 2023. And here's all the little extra bits and pieces here. So I hope you enjoyed this video looking at the Gamebook, the unofficial DMG companion from Ninty Media. Check out their website, see if you can get hold of your copy. And remember to stay tuned to this channel for more unboxing, retro shelf, merch stand and gameplay videos. See you next time.